According to comments made by Marjorie Taylor Greene this week, it would seem that the Congresswoman from the state of Georgia is not necessarily content with her office anymore. And she may have her eyes on bigger prizes, bigger offices, including but not limited to a Senate seat in the state of Georgia. Now, what sparked this conversation this week, of course, is when Georgia's Republican Governor Brian Kemp came out after Trump said, "I'm going to release all the evidence that shows the voter fraud. It's coming on Monday." And Brian Kemp came out on social media, was like, there's no voter fraud. Like, you're lying. We have to move on. We got to fight for the country in 2024. So Marjorie Taylor Greene responded to that with this comment. She said, "His message should have been against this, not arguing with President Trump about the election and making it about his own ego and pride over Georgia's election. That's a bad statement, and I was very upset over it." But then she floated the idea, because it's been floated that Brian Kemp will seek the next Georgia Senate seat when it becomes available in the next election. And Marjorie Taylor Greene suggested that maybe she will run against him in the primary. But she's not 100% sure she's going to do that, because I haven't made up my mind whether I will do that or not. I have a lot of things to think about. Am I going to be part of President Trump's cabinet if he wins? Is it possible that I'll be VP? So she's holding off on the Senate race right now because maybe she'll be in the cabinet. Maybe she could be Vice President of the United States, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene could be in the position to be, as they say, one heartbeat away from the presidency. We are now living in a reality where the possibility of Marjorie Taylor Greene becoming President of the United States is not that far-fetched. Hear me out on that. If Trump were to pick Marjorie Taylor Greene as his vice president, let's assume that we have enough Democrats that are just not happy with the way things are going and they stay home in 2024. Because that's the only way Biden loses in 2024 is if Democrats stay home. But let's say they stay home and Trump gets away with all 91 charges against him, found not guilty by every jury. So Trump wins the election after he picks Marjorie Taylor Greene to be his VP. Trump will be in his 80s by the end of that term. Obviously not a healthy guy. Doesn't spend a lot of time exercising. So, health sometimes catches up with you. If that were to happen under this scenario, Marjorie Taylor Greene would then become the President of the United States of America. That scenario is not far-fetched. I think the most far-fetched part of it is to think that Donald Trump gets found not guilty on all 91 charges against him. The rest of it is very plausible. So I guess what I'm telling you is sometimes it's okay to be terrified, because the thought of Marjorie Taylor Greene becoming President of the United States is apparently now something that we have to think about. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.